Hello physical fiends, it's Jordan here with another Worth a Purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Today, I'm taking a quick look at Freedom Wars Remastered. I'm playing the PS5 version for this video. This is out digitally this week on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and PS5 and PC of course, but this is physical paradise and I only care about physical releases. And this does have a physical release on PS5 and Switch, but not in the West. In Europe and North America, this is digital only. Asia and Japan will have physical releases and they should have English. Links are below for them and I'll talk about it in more detail later in the video if you're interested in purchasing a physical release. But first, what is the game? Freedom Wars was originally a PlayStation Vita game developed by Dimps, who fans of Sonic and Dragon Ball games will have heard of, perhaps maybe a bit too much, and it was published by Sony. While it did okay in the West, this was one of the biggest selling Vita games in Japan. It promised a bit of Monster Hunter-like gameplay, or maybe God Eater, but the theme for this one is a sci-fi dystopia, like full-on worst-case 1984 type scenario. You get 10 years in prison just for laying down without permission. Your created character is suffering amnesia, which is one of the biggest crimes around. You are not allowed to forget your training, so you literally get 1,000,000 years added to your sentence. You have to work that sentence off, not by sweeping the floors or scrubbing the lavatories, but by going out on missions and taking down monsters, gaining valuable resources for your compound. The action is pretty good. Compared to other games of this kind, there is a focus on gunplay as well as melee attacks as you whittle down the health of many a mechanical monster. One of the best parts about it is your thread, which is a grappling hook of sorts to whisk you up close and personal with the monsters. And since they have different parts of their body with appendages and weaknesses, you can even attempt to hack parts of them off permanently. This will ache your thumb mashing the controller, but it is worth it and you don't have to do it all in one go. Other uses for the thread is hauling monsters down for a short period. You can zip up and hang onto walls and shoot from them like you're a badass. It's just really good stuff. Now the game can be played solo. In fact, it is presented as a solo game at first, and there is a story going on. But since the core gameplay is about teamwork, I think this would be a much more fun game playing online with friends. There was a mission of kind of like capture the flag, or maybe like capture the prisoner, that I felt really could have done with having another human with me. You can issue commands to the AI, but it wasn't robust enough for the plan I had in my head. If you don't have friends like me, or you're just antisocial like me, and you're worried about massively missing out on the game, I don't think you need to be too worried, okay? You can play this just by yourself without too much issue. Sure, it would be better, but it's not essential. I was surprised at how much of a story there was to this game. It's also interesting to boot. There's a hub world you can walk around in. Well, if you pay for the privilege of walking around in it, and I like that they tried it, although it can be a bit bland and mundane in the tasks that it asked you to do, at least in the few hours I've spent with it so far. Walk here, pick this up, go back, give it to this guy. I hope it livens up later, but now I've purchased the right to fast travel, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Even then, I was just longing to get back into the main missions, the hunting portions of the game, because that's where it excels and it's just a bunch of fun. There's so much character customization too. I mean, I'm a pimp hanging onto the arm of a giant monster trying to hack it off. It doesn't get much more badass than that. I'm just waiting for signs of a flamethrower, then this could be the game of the year. So as stated in the introduction, the physical release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 is only available in Japan and other Asian regions. I've linked them down below in the description and pinned comment if you want to pick them up. All the ones I have listed do have English. The only one I'm not 100% sure about, because it's much harder to verify, is specifically the Japanese PlayStation 5 physical. It should have English, but I can't 100% confirm it myself. Other than that, the Asian PS5 version for sure has English. The Japanese and Asian Switch physical 100% have English too. If you click the links down below and purchase it, it massively helps support me. I've linked to both Play Asia and Video Games Plus. Now, Play Asia, you can also get 5% off with the code Jordan2025, whereas VGP have free worldwide shipping on orders over about 60 American bucks. So take your pick, and whichever one you choose supports me greatly, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Would I purchase this myself? Yeah, I think I would. When I went in with the Monster Hunter mindset, I was unsure. I didn't think I would have bought it on that premise alone, but seeing it having a nice story, fun grappling mechanics, and gunplay, I had a lot of fun with it. I was really surprised. I think the tutorials are utterly terrible. Like, I hate this kind of presentation, but power through them and you'll have a great time. I did. This is a real gem of a game that's now on modern consoles, looking great on a TV, at least on the PlayStation 5 version, which I'm playing for this video. Looks great, runs smooth. I had a bunch of fun with it. Will you be buying this yourself? Did you play it on the Vita before? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to import a physical version with English, as I just said, please consider using the links below in the description and pinned comment. That massively helps support me, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.